We're back after a 3-day weekend, heading into a 3-day weekend. Happy Monday, 28th day of December, 2020. I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're back at it again for another abbreviated week of local information, local entertainment, and just local stuff, because we're a little on the local side. Lots to get to, a lot of news to get to. It was a busy weekend. Even though it was a holiday weekend, usually things are pretty quiet. That is not the case. We got some news to get to, some stories that maybe you don't know about yet. We'll get to that when we get to the news. As far as the forecast is concerned, it's late December. Going to be cloudy, going to be foggy, some wintry mixes here and there. Snow Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. When you get up on Wednesday morning, we're going to have some snow on the ground, maybe even a couple of inches. We did have a white Christmas. We had to be a little patient. But on Friday afternoon, it snowed here in the Wenatchee Valley. Made me feel good. The complete forecast details are coming up. Sports, the Seahawks, for the 11th time in franchise history, have won a division. They did it by securing a nice little win over the Los Angeles Rams at Lumen Field. We'll talk about that when we get to sports. Also talk about the Gonzaga men's basketball team. They're rolling right along as well. We'll have the obscure holiday today in history. Everyone is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion, and some celebrity birthdays to get to as well. It is cloudy. It is foggy. It is, well, it's kind of there. 30 degrees outside of our studios. The birthday boy, Malcolm, pushing the buttons. He is my producer ad hoc while Megan takes some holiday time off. Malcolm celebrates a milestone today. Yes, 21. Way to go, Malcolm. I remember my 21st birthday. I don't really. Okay, good morning, Wenatchee Valley from our cross cams. You can see it's pretty clear there. There are some pockets of low clouds and fog, and there are some slick spots out there as well. When you get to the point where, and this happens all the time, we have enough snow on the ground or piles of snow, and then in the late afternoon it melts. In the overnight hours it freezes, and then it gets slick. So side roads, roads that aren't susceptible to getting warmer temperatures, sidewalks, things like that. You can run into a couple of slick spots on your Monday morning commute, but traffic is light. A lot of people, of course, take this week off or work half schedules or what have you. That looks to be Monument Hill. Malcolm goes, I'm just going to say it's Monument Hill. Is that Monument Hill or is that Badger? That's Badger. You fooled me. The lights of the valley. Way off in the distance, the Badger Mountain area covered in snow. Looks like a solitary automobile working its way up the switchbacks till you get to the top of Badger. Then you can make all kinds of decisions from that point. That road is so much better since they paved it. They paved it, about 10, 15 years ago. Before that, there was a large stretch of the road between Waterville and the Badger Mountain area high above East Wenatchee that was just dirt. That is the top, or not the top, but near the top of Number One Canyon, and it is snowing up there. That is 5th Street that leads up to Number One Canyon. You can see some light snow coming down. Elevation makes all the difference in the world. That camera there is about 1,000 feet higher in elevation than, say, right down on the valley floor where the Wenatchee Valley is located. That camera is in black and white, not enough light, of course, because the sun's not up yet. The sun doesn't come up until 7:48. The sun will not come up any later than 7:48 here in the darkest days of winter. The sunset is what becomes a little bit later each day. Sunset tonight, or this afternoon, if you will, 4:18. That's 8 hours and 30 minutes of daylight as we look at the Arundel Rock camera. Traffic seems to be flowing rather smoothly on the east side of the Columbia River. Lake Antiad dominates your view. You can see how the Wenatchee Valley, the lights from the valley light up the sky way off into the distance as we say good morning to our friends in Douglas County near Arundel Rock. Not a lot of people live near Arundel Rock. Good morning to you anyway. A couple of slides from the National Weather Service, just a brief synopsis of what we're thinking about today and tomorrow. As far as the forecast is concerned, it's going to be dry. Could get a little bit of freezing drizzle or a little bit of light flurry like we just saw up Number One Canyon. Outside of that, it's going to be fairly cloudy, some freezing fog, low-hanging clouds. It's going to kind of hang there. Saturday's high and low 30 and 22. Yesterday's high and low 32 and 26. Very typical for this time of the year. Not a lot happening. Pretty quiet Monday and Tuesday. And I mentioned the slick spots. This is the time of the year where these things can happen. So if you're out and about, the worst thing, of course, is black ice because you don't know it's ice because you can't see it before it's too late. So you get those low clouds and fog And, well, you can get some slick spots. So just a quick heads up on some of those side roads that maybe aren't quite as clean as the main arterials are concerned. From the National Weather Service, here's your forecast. Take a look at Tuesday night and Wednesday, because we are going to get some snow. For today, mostly cloudy, foggy, high of 33, 24 for the overnight low tonight. The forecast for Tuesday, just another day, cloudy, foggy, cool, high of 30, overnight low 26, very normal for this time of the year. Could get a little bit of a wintry mix on Tuesday during the day. Now, Tuesday night was after you go to bed, we are going to see some snow. It's going to be cloudy, going to be foggy, but we're talking 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning as we go into Wednesday. And then Wednesday morning, you're going to wake up and it will be snowing, and we're going to get a couple of inches of snow perhaps by the time this system comes through on Wednesday. So be ready for a slick commute come Wednesday morning. And you can see, look at the temperature variation on Wednesday. Only 3 degrees between the high and the low on Wednesday. Catch a break on Thursday, partly sunny, going to have some snow melt. High of 36 degrees, 28 for the overnight low Thursday night. Next system comes in Friday. It's going to be packing some moisture, but it's also going to be bringing some warm air with it. So we're looking at highs in the mid-30s on Friday, into the lower 40s on Saturday and Sunday. And it looks like whatever precipitation we get on Saturday and Sunday is probably, at least in the Wenatchee Valley, anyway, going to come down in the form of rain and not snow. So again, snow overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning, upwards of a couple of inches by the time noon on Wednesday rolls around. Then we dry out on Thursday, and then here comes another system, especially on Saturday night and Sunday. But this system, although it's packing a little bit of a punch, is going to be associated with some warmer air. We'll have overnight lows above freezing, for that matter, over the weekend. Now, that's here in the valley floor. Mountain passes, right now you're fine. Let's take you up to the Cascades. There's not a lot to talk about. That is going to change. Right now, I-90, you're fine. No advisories, no restrictions. The roadway is bare and dry. Stevens Pass, traction tires advised. The roadway is pretty much bare and wet, but there's some compact snow and ice in places on Stevens. And even though they're doing social distancing and safe practices at Stevens Pass, there's still a lot of people heading up to the summit of Stevens to do some skiing over the holidays, so there'll be some heavy traffic up and around the summit of Stevens Pass. Right now, traction tires are advised. Blewett Pass, you're fine. No advisories, no restrictions. The roadway is pretty much bare and wet. Nothing happening today weather-wise in the Cascades, nor tomorrow for the most part. And then a winter storm watch goes into effect for the Cascades late Tuesday night all the way through Wednesday. They're going to get some big-time snow. Tuesday night, 3 to 5 inches possible. It's going to snow all day Wednesday in the Cascades on all the major mountain passes, anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of snow possible on Wednesday. Wednesday night, an additional 3 to 7 inches of snow before they calm down a little bit. They'll catch a couple of breaks, and then more snow comes on New Year's Day and into the New Year weekend. So heavy snow Tuesday night, all day Wednesday, spilling into Wednesday night before it peters out a little bit. So you're going to be finding some winter driving conditions in the middle of this week up into the Cascades. Again, just the one advisory, US 2 Stevens Pass. Going to take a break at 8.5 minutes after the hour and come back with your Monday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
CVCH wants to make your winter just a little brighter with their Get Out and Explore gift giveaway. This December and January, visit cvchgetout.com and download fun, safe, and simple activity guides to 4 beautiful towns in our backyard: Wenatchee, Chelan, Cashmere, and Leavenworth. Most activities are free of charge and unique to the community you visit. So get out and explore. Visit cvchgetout.com for details.
10 minutes after the hour on this Monday. It's mostly clear, 30 degrees outside of our studios. Mixture of clouds and sun, kind of foggy, kind of gray today. And on Tuesday, snow Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, up to a couple of inches of snow. by noon on Wednesday, and then we'll get a little rain perhaps to bring in the new year. Here are your headlines. A Wenatchee Valley man is in the hospital after being shot late Saturday night in Leavenworth. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says that the victim was with a group of friends in several cars. They were in the parking lot of the DOT headquarters along Highway 2 in Leavenworth when he was shot in his right side by an unknown assailant from an unknown direction while sitting in a parked car. Now, while the victim was being transported to Central Washington Hospital, the car that authorities believe the victim was in followed the ambulance on Highway 2 until it was stopped by police near the Pinnacles Park area. Police discovered a bullet hole in the car, subsequently impounded the vehicle. The sheriff's office believes the victim was targeted by the gunman. The victim, by the way, is in serious condition. The name of the victim, the name of the gunman, possible motives not known at this time. The body of an unidentified man was found in the Wenatchee River by a group of walkers near Monitor yesterday afternoon. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office reports that around 3:30, a group walking in the day-use area of Monitor County Park noticed a large flock of birds feeding on an object that was lying on a rock bar in the middle of the river. Now, upon closer inspection, the walkers discovered it was a human body and called Rivercom. The body of the man was brought to shore, examined. A full autopsy is expected. The man, by the way, does not fit the description of any current missing persons in Chelan County. A shootout in an apartment on Idaho Street in Wenatchee on Wednesday afternoon left one man dead. One injured suspect is in custody at the hospital. The shooting was reported just before 3:20 on Wednesday afternoon. Police arrived to find a 36-year-old man badly injured inside the apartment. Wenatchee Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld said officers quickly removed the man from the home and moved him down the street to aid crews, but at that point he passed away. About 20 minutes after the initial call, police received a report of another gunshot victim at Central Washington Hospital. The condition of that man has not been released, but Reinfeld said when he receives medical clearance, he is expected to be charged in the homicide. Though they remain far higher than the health district's goal, COVID-19 rates in Chelan and Douglas counties continue to fall. The Chelan-Douglas Health District reported on Wednesday that the rate of infection for the two-county area has fallen down to 262 new cases per 100,000 population over the past 2 weeks. A week ago, that rate was at 906 per 100,000 residents. For the first week in December, the rate topped 1,000 for the first time. Now, though new cases are on the decline, the number of COVID-19 patients at Central Washington Hospital remains high. 35 people currently being treated, 7 of them on ventilators, according to Confluence Health. Of those hospitalized, 17 are from Chelan County, 6 are from Douglas County. Another resident at the North Valley Extended Care Unit in Tonasket has died from COVID-19. That's the 17th death at that facility since the coronavirus outbreak began there in late November. Chelan County Public Health said more than 32 residents of the 42-bed facility and numerous staff members have tested positive for COVID-19. 2 of those staff members required hospitalization. The deaths at the extended care facility account for more than half of the 32 confirmed COVID-19 deaths in Okanogan County. It's the first death affiliated with the North Valley Extended Care Unit since December 12th. Washingtonians facing eviction this winter should be safe inside their homes until at least March 31st. Governor Jay Inslee last week extended the moratoriums on evictions he put in place back in spring as people struggle to pay rent amid the COVID-19 crisis. The order had been set to expire at the end of this month. More than 11% of renting households in Washington state are believed to have fallen behind in payments since the pandemic began. Well, there's good news in the world of COVID-19 inoculations. Starting this week, there will be 2 vaccines circulating in Washington state. Immunization began 2 weeks ago for frontline health workers receiving the preventive shots from the Pfizer vaccine. Last week, Chelan County health agencies were allocated about 975 Pfizer doses and 800 of the Moderna vaccine. 200 Moderna doses are set aside for inoculations in Douglas County. The state's acting assistant secretary of health is Michelle Robertson. She said the Moderna vaccine will be in force after Christmas.
Some good news to share is that last week we received and started distributing the Pfizer vaccine, and now more than 30,000 doses of vaccine have been given to high-risk healthcare workers. We are so excited about this rapid progress because it means we are starting to save lives. This week, our second statewide Pfizer vaccine allocation, so that's the vaccine that arrived this week, is 44,850 doses. Next week, we expect to receive 57,525 doses of Pfizer vaccine and 44,300 doses of Moderna vaccine. So let's talk about the Moderna vaccine. So we're really excited. This is a second COVID vaccine that just received FDA authorization last week. And you probably already know it's just like the Pfizer vaccine. It's given as a 2-dose vaccine. This one for the Moderna vaccine is given over the course of 28 days. We've placed our first order for Moderna vaccine the morning of December 21st, and those doses are starting to arrive in the state. The holidays may affect delivery some this week and next week as well. We expect the Moderna vaccine will be delivered in a staggered fashion throughout the week, so we don't know for sure when all the final deliveries will be made to our state. The great thing about the Moderna vaccine, it's similar to the storage and handling of other routinely used vaccine, and it has a much smaller minimum order size. So this is going to help us get vaccine to many more providers across our state. To long-term care facilities. Facilities who are registered for the CDC's long-term care program will begin vaccinations on December 28th. This is the first state the National Partnership for the Long-Term Care Program could be activated due to the large volume of vaccine needed for the program.
Finally, on this Monday morning, area legislators have received their committee assignments for the upcoming legislative session. It starts on Monday, January 11th. 12th District Representative Mike Steele has been named the lead Republican on the Capital Budget Committee, as well as serving as a member of the House Education and Appropriations Committees. Fellow 12th District Representative Keith Gaynor will be the lead Republican on the House Environment and Energy Committee. Will also serve on the Transportation Committee. And 13th District Representative Alex Yarborough of Quincy will be the lead Republican on the Education Committee and also serve on the Civil Rights and Judiciary Committee. And that is a look at what's making headlines at 18 minutes after the hour on this Monday. Again, it's an abbreviated week. We took Friday off because it was Christmas Day. We'll be working Monday through Thursday this week. We'll be off for New Year's Day on Friday. Then we'll be back full steam after that with a preview of some of the stories we're working on tonight because we are going to be working today. Here's Grant Olson.
Good Monday morning, Dan, and I hope you all had a great Christmas. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, I'll have a look at your complete North Central Washington weather forecast as we head into the new year. And in sports, Eric Granstrom will have reaction to the Seahawks-Rams NFL game yesterday. That and all the day's news from the weekend and today coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Don't forget, you can watch the news on demand whenever you darn well please on your smart device. We will have it up and running on our website, on our YouTube page, so you're not locked into having to watch the news at 5, 6, or 10. We'll have it up and running, ready for you to grab and watch anytime you want, right around 5 o'clock on weekdays. Look at the bottom of your screen. Those are the ways you can get a hold of us, or some of the ways anyway. You can email us, news@ncwlife.com, news@ncwlife.com. That's our email address. You can go to our Facebook page, drop us a note via Facebook Messenger. That seems to be quite popular. Or if you go to our website, ncwlife.com, it's pretty easy to find out how you can get a hold of us via the contact icon on our website. Going to take a break. The Seahawks are the champions of the NFC West. What's next? We'll talk about it when we get to sports. It's 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Celebrate the holidays with your friends and neighbors. Stop by and exchange a warm smile and a holiday greeting with these local businesses.
If your heating or cooling unit needs routine maintenance or an emergency repair, give Climatech a call. The staff at Climatech send your family warmest wishes for this Christmas season.
Fresh dough, real cheese, tasty ingredients, pizza made to order. From their kitchen to your oven, Papa Murphy's Pizza. Order today. Happy holidays from our family to yours.
Experience the difference in Manson at Mountain View Lodge, where you can park and leave your car and your cares behind. Your winter package starts at just $109, featuring treats from the Coffee Cabin at Rio Vista, Wine Girl Wines, and the North Shore Cafe. Call Mountain View Lodge and Resort or book online. Stay the night. Your room is ready.
We are back at 20 minutes after the hour. Let's talk about sports. The Seahawks are the champions of the NFC West. A hard-fought 20-9 win over the Los Angeles Rams yesterday at Lumen Field. The story of the day, the defense. The Rams did not score a touchdown. In fact, they were held to just 3 field goals. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll beaming about yesterday's win.
It was a really good win for us. I think Russ continued to, put us in the right spots. No turnovers on offense today. That makes the difference, all the difference in the world in a championship setting. We were committed to trying to get the running game going. It wasn't as good as we'd liked, but it still was there, and we played off of it and gave us the balance that we wanted. And so what happened as we got through halftime, the situations presented themselves, and there was, never a more heroic opportunity than down there on the goal line. It's on the 2, first down, and the guys did not let it happen. And you've seen the heart of our players in earlier times this season in moments come through, and they did it again. The goal line stand was a famous one I'll never forget. Just because it was so hard, and so the ball was on the 1-inch line or whatever, and they did not let it happen. That coupled with the offense, a couple drives later, answering and getting the touchdown that we needed, separated in the second half, gave us the points that we needed. The huge play to David Moore today was kind of just turned things. Russ got out, hit him. Russ got out again. I think hit Carlos on a first down conversion, and then Russ runs one in for that touchdown. That was really, really big. The whole sequence was, and that was a really cool game. And so I say it again. I hate to say it. I keep coming back to it. I wish our fans would have been here. I hope you all had a great time at home. I hope you were hooting and hollering, going crazy. We love you, and we wish we could have shared it with you today. But I'm sure you had fun. You had to have fun anyway, so that's the good part. So we love all the 12s, and we wish we could have had you here with us today.
Carroll mentioned that huge goal line stand. It came with just over 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. They were trailing 13-6, the Rams were. They had 4 plays inside the Seattle 5-yard line, did not score. K.J. Wright said it was a special set of downs for the Seahawk defense.
The ball's on the 1-yard line. I wasn't blitzing. I just knew that it's time to just take my shot. I just had to take my shot, and, you could just, I wish I could feel it. You could just feel like they're not about to get in the end zone. Our mentality was they're not about to get in the end zone, and just, the old saying, give us a blade of grass. Just give us a blade of grass to defend. And guys were just taking their shots. Diggs was coming off the edge. And that felt really good. To get a goal line stand like that in a moment like this, that felt really good. And I'm just glad that I could be out there and be a part of it with the guys.
Russell Wilson threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown. That helped Seattle steal the deal. But he says, who's kidding who? That goal line stand was what made the difference.
Yeah, I think that was huge for us to be able to have a huge stop. I think we were up 13-6 at the time, I believe it was. And our defense, Joel McMall makes a tremendous play. And he's been playing all lights out all year, running the guy down. And then next thing you know, I think it was 4 consecutive plays in a row just to be able to stop them like that and our defense to play that well. To be honest with you, go back to earlier in the year, they had some of those key stops. We weren't playing it as great, across the board in terms of that whole, early in the season, but we always had these key stops. So now how great our defense has been playing, it's been so great to watch. It's like one of those things that when you get down there, they're going to make a great play. And sure enough, those guys made several great plays. And I think we got the ball out on that one that I think somebody knocked it out and we challenged it, but I think we got the ball. But, it was just tremendous. And that was a huge momentum getter. Everybody was just so fired up. We were all fired up and we're all shouting on the sidelines, and just all ecstatic, on offense and defense. And just so it was a big play, a big drive. And we came up big there.
The Rams had won 5 straight against the Seahawks before the Sunday's win. Free safety Quandre Diggs said it was great to make a defensive statement, but yeah, they still got work to do.
I think it's been awesome. I think this is the plan that we had At the beginning of the year, we started those Zoom meetings and we started training camp. This is what we dreamed about, going out there, holding teams to 9 points. Really good offenses, division opponent on a championship day. Heck, we did it. This is what we dreamed about, and we put it into motion. And I think we just got to keep this thing going.
Seahawks sacked Rams quarterback Jared Goff 3 times in the game. The big play came on a pressure play from Jaron Reed. That's when Goff looked like he broke his thumb following through on a pass. His hand hit Reed's helmet. He was ineffective from there on out. Seattle wins the NFC West for the first time since 2016. For Jamal Adams, it's his first division championship as a professional football player, and he could not hide his enthusiasm after the game.
God is good. God is good. I don't want to be too happy because I don't want people to say, he's dramatic or he hasn't been there before. You damn right I haven't been there before. So, damn it, it feels good. It feels great. Golly, we came out victorious, and, man, what a hard-fought battle. A lot of respect goes to, L.A. and what they do. A lot of respect to them. But, man, it feels damn good. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to enjoy my cigar. God bless you guys. I hope all of you guys have a wonderful day because, we're champions. Keep it playing at all times. God bless y'all.
Offensively, by the way, Seattle completed 29 yards of offense, 292 yards, I should say, of offense. They had 95 on the ground, 225 through the air. Russell Wilson, not bad. A touchdown rushing, another passing. Next up for the Seahawks, a road game to finish the regular season. They'll be in Arizona, but they'll take on the 49ers. It is Sunday Night Football next week. That might get flexed out. The game kicks off at 5:25. Let's take a look at the Les Schwab scoreboard for what else happened in the NFC West over the weekend. Third-string quarterback C.J. Beathard threw 3 touchdown passes to lead the depleted San Francisco 49ers to a 20-12 win over the Cardinals. Jeff Wilson also rushed for 183 yards. The Niners handed the Cardinals a serious blow to their playoff chances. The only way, by the way, Seattle could earn the number 1 seed in the NFC, it has to beat San Francisco, and both the Carolina Panthers have to beat the Saints, and the Packers need to lose to the Bears. Either way, they've punched their ticket into the playoffs. Turning to the college basketball scoreboard, Gonzaga men, they improved to 7-0 on Saturday with an easy victory over Virginia, 98-75. Corey Kispert scored a career-high 32 points and tied a school record. He had 9 three-pointers as the number 1 Zags beat the number 16 Cavaliers. Drew Timme also had a career-high 29 points. He led the Bulldogs with 8 rebounds. Gonzaga returns to the McCarthy Athletic Center tonight. They got Northern Arizona in town, 6 o'clock tip-off. The game will be broadcast on Root Sports. And can't forget about the Gonzaga ladies. They begin West Coast Conference play on the road. The Lady Bulldogs will tip at Loyola Marymount at 6 o'clock tonight. Gonzaga is ranked number 23 in the nation. They're off to a 5-2 start. The Lions are 1-4. And those are just some of the games that people are playing at 28 minutes after the hour on this Monday after Christmas. The obscure holiday of the day today. This is a hobby, a game that has made huge comebacks since the COVID-19 pandemic began. I'm talking about playing cards. Good old-fashioned sit down and play cards. Games of skill, games of chance, a combination of 2. Always fun to play cards for money, which is how I like to do it. There are so many card games. Poker, obviously, spades, solitaire, spite and malice, hearts, spoons, gin rummy, blackjack, Texas Hold'em. Thousands and thousands of card games with just a regular deck of cards. Then you put in card games that are special cards like Milborn and Uno and those kinds of things, and you got more and more and more. I got a little curious about how the decks were divided into the 4 suits that they are now. Where did the hearts, spades, diamonds, and clubs come from? Well, way back during the Renaissance in Europe, the decks were divided into 4 suits. Those suits were coins, cups, swords, and sticks. And somehow or another, they became hearts, spades, diamonds, and clubs. One theory suggests that the suits represent the different classes of the Renaissance. The clergy, the aristocracy, the military, and the peasants hearts, spades, diamonds, clubs. That's the theory. Don't know, don't care, love a good poker game or two. Been a while. Got to get back into the swing of things. Bottom of the hour today in history. Hey, happy birthday to the Hawkeye State. There's Iowa. That's their state flag. We always do states on the days that they entered the Union, and Iowa entered the Union 174 years ago today, December 28th, 1846. Of course, it is the Hawkeye State. Fun facts about Iowa. I got them. Iowa is the only state whose east and west borders are formed almost entirely by rivers. Most of the states that have rivers dividing them, they run horizontally. Iowa's different. Their borders run vertically as far as rivers are concerned. Iowa is dead last among the 50 states in this union in land set aside for public use. Very little federally or state-owned land in Iowa. The vast majority of it is privately owned. The four-year graduation rate for high schoolers in Iowa is 91.3%. That's the highest in the nation. Now, here in Washington State, they announced over the weekend that the four-year graduation rate was up to like 83%, and they were jumping for joy. It's 91.3% in Iowa. 42% of all the electrical power generated in Iowa is generated from wind farms. You don't like those big things out in the countryside spinning around? Don't move to Iowa because they're everywhere. And my favorite fact about Iowa, Iowa has 3.2 million people and 21.2 million hogs. That's right. There's 5 hogs for every person in the state of Iowa. There you go. Happy birthday, Iowa. And it has been called the greatest game ever played. The Baltimore Colts defeat the New York Giants 23-17 in the first ever National Football League sudden death overtime game at Yankee Stadium in New York on December 28, 1958. 45 million people watched the game on television, except in New York. It was blacked out in New York. Even though 70,000 people showed up and the game was sold out, the blackout rules back in those days were absolute. Games in the home markets were simply not televised, period. The idea was if you wanted to watch the game, you had to buy a ticket. Even if you couldn't buy a ticket, you couldn't watch the game. So I don't know how the hell that happened. During overtime, if you've seen the game, and they've colorized it, and they've added the necessary audio to and it's pretty fascinating to watch. It's available on a fairly regular basis. You'll watch towards the end of the game. Actually, it was during overtime. This was the first ever overtime. They didn't have any overtime games in the playoffs because they never got that far. This was the first ever overtime championship game. During overtime, somebody ran out onto the field at Yankee Stadium, and they had to stop the game and drag the guy off. It was revealed later on that the guy who ran out in the middle of the field during overtime and caused a disruption and a stoppage in the game was an employee of NBC who was broadcasting the game. They had lost their national hookup feed to the country. It went dead. And so some NBC person said, go run out on the field and make a jerk out of yourself while we get this fixed. And he did, and they did. They fixed the problem. And then the game continued. 17 members, 17 individuals, including players and coaches who were involved in this game, were eventually inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and it was the last NFL championship game to go into overtime until Super Bowl 51, just a couple of years ago, when the Patriots beat the Falcons. And that is today in history. At 34 minutes after the hour, let's do some birthdays. We always do presidents. Woodrow Wilson, born in this state in 1856, he was the 28th president of the United States of America, also a Nobel Prize laureate. Died from complications of a stroke in 1924 at the age of 67. He is the last president so far to marry while he was president. His wife Ellen died during his first term, and about a year and a half later, he married Edith Galt, and after Woodrow Wilson had his stroke, Edith Galt pretty much ran the presidency. There's a lot of speculation on whether Donald Trump will even bother to attend the inauguration of Joe Biden. Well, Woodrow Wilson did not attend the inauguration of his successor, Warren G. Harding, but he didn't do it out of spite or because he felt like somebody stole the election from him. He was just too ill to attend. He and Warren G. Harding did meet a couple of times before Inauguration Day, but Woodrow Wilson was not well enough to actually attend the inauguration. He supported racial segregation. He was born and raised in Virginia shortly after the Civil War. He believed in white supremacy. He's still regarded as one of our better presidents, despite those skeletons. Woodrow Wilson, born in the state in 1856. I loved Adam 12, one of the shows I watched when I got home from school. He was Officer Pete Malloy on Adam 12. Martin Milner, he was also on Route 66, the television show. Born in the state in 1931, died at the age of 83 in 2015. One of the reasons he got the job as Officer Pete Malloy on Adam 12 is because he was really good at driving a car. And a lot of the show was filmed with him and his partner driving around in their black and white in Los Angeles. Bill Lee, the spaceman, there he is. He's 74 years old today. Longtime pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, known for being one of baseball's more outrageous characters. Well, Bill Lee was asked about his views on mandatory drug testing among baseball players. He said, well, I've tried just about all of them, but I wouldn't make it mandatory. In 1988, Bill Lee ran for president as a member of the Rhinoceros Party. His platform was to bulldoze the Rocky Mountains so Canada would get more sunshine. He also wanted to ban guns and butter. The slogan was, no guns, no butter, both can kill. Bill Lee, a character if there ever was one, 74 years old today. The New York Times, just a couple of weeks ago, released their list of the greatest actors so far of the 21st century, and Denzel Washington, number one. And I can see that. Denzel Washington is 66 years old today. He has received 17, count them, 17 NAACP Image Awards. He has 3 Golden Globe Awards. He won a Tony Award. He's got 2 Academy Awards, one for Best Supporting Actor and one for Best Actor. Glory, he was great. Training Day, he was great. I think he's a great actor. Denzel Washington is 66 years old today. And we love John Legend, at least I do. I don't watch The Voice, but he's on it. I prefer his music. John Legend is 42 years old today. He is one of only 16 people to win an EGOT. He's got one of each. He has an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, called an EGOT, and he's also the only black man to have an EGOT. John Legend, who is a legend, and he's only 42 years old. He's got a long way to go. 38 minutes after the hour, going to take a break, and then Mike McNally's got an opinion. You're watching Wake Up on Angie Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled into Wenatchee. We've got fun, affordable e-bikes for the whole family. Portable e-bikes that fit right in the trunk of your car. Fat tire mountain bikes plus unique vintage style bikes you won't find anywhere else. Get some exercise with pedal assist or just cruise up to 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Starting under $1,000, Green Motion e-bikes are affordable fun for the whole family.
Hey, this is Mike, Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Okay, I need to know. Does my wife Rosie have some kind of superpower? It's like everywhere I am about to go, she either gets there first or gets in my way. Now, the other day, I was about to get a roll of paper towels, and as soon as I turned in that direction, she She got between me and the paper towels as she was putting something in the garbage. Another time, I just turned to go to our kitchen computer, and as I was heading there, she got in front of me, already sitting down at the desk. And it's not just in our home where this happens, it's everywhere. And not only that, just as I'm about to do something like open a window, she says to me, "Open the window." Shit, this happens all the time. I need to know, does every wife do this? I'm really thinking I need to report this to someone. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Experience the difference in Manson at Mountain View Lodge, where you can park and leave your car and your cares behind. Your winter package starts at just $109, featuring treats from the Coffee Cabin at Rio Vista, Wine Girl Wines, and the North Shore Cafe. Call Mountain View Lodge and Resort or book online. Stay the night. Your room is ready.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Yeah.
There he is. Sure wish he was here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Little 4-point. It's a nice coconut. Solid fish.
Watch the Northwest Outdoorsman with Richie Herod Saturdays and Sundays at 6 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 4:30 p.m. on the NCW Life Channel.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Hi, this is Rick Walkley, owner of Value Plus Medical Supply. We take pride in our excellent customer service. In the medical supply business, it's important to know and understand the wide variety of customers' needs. We have a fully trained staff to assist you, a registered nurse, an orthopedic tech, medical supply tech, and EMT. We want you to have the best information possible to make a good decision. People come to us with their problems, and we have solutions. Stop by Value Plus Medical Supply on Mission in Wenatchee.
43 minutes after the hour, the sun will officially be up in just about 1 minute. We're going to be in for a mostly cloudy, foggy, that kind of day. Not a lot happening. Very quiet, very benign weather today and really tomorrow. Late tomorrow night, basically early Wednesday after you go to bed on Tuesday night, we're going to see a little bit of light snow. We're going to have some snow on Wednesday, maybe even a couple of inches. Then we have another calm period before we have another storm system coming in over the New Year's weekend. Here's another look at what's making headlines on this Monday. A Wenatchee Valley man is in the hospital after being shot late Saturday night in Leavenworth. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says that the victim was with a group of friends in several cars in the parking lot of the DOT headquarters along Highway 2 when he was shot in his right side by an unknown assailant from an unknown direction while sitting in a parked car. Now, while the victim was being transported to Central Washington Hospital, the car that authorities believe the victim was in followed the ambulance on Highway 2 until it was stopped by police near the Pinnacles Park area. Police discovered a bullet hole in the car and subsequently impounded the vehicle. The sheriff's office believes the victim was targeted by the gunman. The victim is in serious condition. The name of the victim, the name of the gunman, a possible motive, all of those things not known at this time. The body of an unidentified man was found in the Wenatchee River by a group of walkers near Monitor. This happened yesterday afternoon. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office reports that around 3:30, a group walking in the day use area of the county park near Monitor noticed a flock of large birds feeding on an object laying on a rock in the middle of the river. Well, upon closer inspection, the walkers discovered it was a human body. They called a river calm. The body of the man was brought to shore, examined. A full autopsy is expected. The man does not fit the description of any current missing persons in Chelan County. A shootout in an apartment on Idaho Street in Wenatchee on Wednesday afternoon left one man dead and another one injured, a suspect, as a matter of fact, in custody at the hospital. The shooting was reported just before 3:20. Again, this was on Wednesday. Police arrived to find a 36-year-old man badly injured inside the apartment. Wenatchee Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld said officials quickly removed the man, moved him down the street so aid crews could work on him, but the man subsequently died about 20 minutes after the initial call. Police received a report of another gunshot victim at Central Washington Hospital. The condition of that man has not been released. His name has not been released. Captain Reinfeld said when he receives medical clearance, he is expected to be charged in that killing. Although they remain far higher than what the health district would prefer, their goal, COVID-19 rates in Chelan and Douglas counties continue to fall. The Chelan-Douglas Health District reported Wednesday that the rate of infection for the two counties has fallen to 662 new cases per 100,000 population over the past 2 weeks. A week ago, the rate was at 906 per 100,000 residents. The first week in December, the rate topped 1,000 for the first time. Though new cases are on the decline, the number of COVID-19 patients at Central Washington Hospital remains high. 35 people are currently being treated. 7 of them are on ventilators, that's according to Confluence Health. Of those hospitalized, 17 are from Chelan County and 6 are from Douglas County. Another resident of the North Valley Extended Care Unit in Tenasket has died from COVID-19. That's the 17th death at that facility since the coronavirus outbreak that began there in late November. Okanagan County Public Health said more than 32 residents of the 42-bed facility and numerous staff members have tested positive for the virus. 2 of those staff members required hospitalization. The deaths at the extended care facility account for more than half of the 32 COVID-19 deaths reported so far in Okanagan County. It's the first death attributed to the North Valley Extended Care Unit since December 12th. And if you're a Washingtonian and you're facing eviction this winter, well, you should be safe inside your home until at least the end of March. Governor Jay Inslee last week extended the moratorium on evictions that he put in place back in spring. People continue to struggle to pay rent amid the COVID-19 crisis. The order had been set to expire at the end of this month. More than 11% of renting households in Washington are believed to have fallen behind in their payments since the pandemic began. That's a quick look at what else is making headlines at 48 minutes after the hour. Don't forget, we'll have more on that shooting in Leavenworth over the weekend with the news with Grant Olson tonight at 5, 6, and 10. Plus, Grant will be doing your weather forecasting and Eric Granstrom at the sports desk. Going to take a break. When we come back, we got more, including that all-important weather forecast as we welcome in 2021. It's coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Hi, I'm Jim Heinlein, independent agent at Springwater Insurance Group. And for next year's plans, there's some really special ones coming out. One in particular has no premium to it. 0 premium. That's pretty neat, especially if you're a veteran who has TRICARE or VA or CHAMPS VA, because you can utilize 2 plans at the same time. If you have questions about this and like more information, give us a call at 888-2600.
It's the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event going on now at Pat Armstrong Ford. It's the most wonderful time of the year at Pat Armstrong Ford. Our deals are built for joy. Get 0% APR for 60 months on a 2020 Ford Expedition, plus $2,250 trade assist and 90-day deferred payment. Dash in for deals and save by the sleigh load. Unlock your merry today at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together, we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
Merry Christmas, Wenatchee Valley. Collins is decorated and fully stocked with wonderful gifts. Luxurious cashmere wraps and sweaters, stylish coats to keep you warm, adorable at-home wear from PJ Salvage, socks, fresh popcorn treats, caramels from Boston, natural candles from Bend, Oregon in differing scents, hand-carved soaps, beautiful and amazing lathers, scarves, coats, etc., etc., and the largest Brighton assortment of jewelry and handbags in North Central Washington. Ladies, come in and fill out your wish list, and we will wrap it up at Collins in downtown Wenatchee.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
We're back at about 52 minutes after the hour. The sun has been up officially now for about 4 minutes, and I think we got fog and clouds now instead of what we had an hour ago when this show started. We want to take you around North Central Washington and the Wenatchee Valley one more time with our cameras. That's the Badger Mountain camera. As you can see, we do have some clouds and some fog that have formed in pockets around the Wenatchee Valley. We're not going to see a great deal of sunshine today. It's going to be very typical late December weather. In case you're curious, Saturday our high and low was 30 and 22 respectively. Yesterday, Sunday, our high was 32, our low was 26. Sunrise this morning, as I just mentioned, was 7:48. Sunset tonight, 4:18. That's exactly 8.5 minutes of daylight. Sun's not going to come up any later now than 7:48, but it will go down a little bit later on in the day. That's a live shot of our #1 Canyon camera. Now, we used this at the start of the show, and it was snowing. It has now stopped snowing, but that is a pretty high up there in elevation. That could be a little disconcerting when you saw the snow coming down a while ago and going, wow, it's snowing in Wenatchee. Well, it wasn't really snowing in Wenatchee. It was snowing up at the #1 Canyon area. That is 5th Street that you see right down the middle, and some of the houses on the foothills on the west slopes of the Wenatchee Valley. That is the Arando Rock camera, one of our lower cameras. That comes in very handy this time of the year when we get lots of clouds and freezing fog and regular fog, and many of our cameras, we can't use them. They're all up in higher elevations, so it makes sense. We can't use some of those cameras when the clouds and the fog are blocking the lenses, but not so much today. Beautiful view of Lake Antioch from our Arando Rock camera. And finally, that's the top of McNeil Canyon. I'm guessing, cool looking fog bank right over the Chelan area proper. That is the Chelan Butte that you see to your left. Lake Chelan way off in the distance. As you can see, McNeil Canyon has quite a bit of snow still on the ground. So it's nice to be able to tour North Central Washington with our Sky-Fi cameras and actually be able to see something for this time of the year. We're going to take a break and wrap up the show with the all-important weather forecast. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled into Wenatchee. We've got fun, affordable e-bikes for the whole family. Portable e-bikes that fit right in the trunk of your car. Fat tire mountain bikes plus unique vintage style bikes you won't find anywhere else. Get some exercise with pedal assist or just cruise up to 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Starting under $1,000, Green Motion e-bikes are affordable fun for the whole family.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
We are back. We're still stuck at 30 degrees. The thermometer hasn't moved at all for quite some time. We're in for a very typical weather pattern for the next couple of days, and then a little bit of snow. First of all, let's look at today and tomorrow. Not a lot to talk about. Maybe a light wintry mix at times. Outside of that, going to be dry. Going to see some freezing fog in the early part of the morning. Going to have a couple of sun breaks, but nothing really. Basically what we had Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have today and tomorrow as well. No big significant change. And then early Wednesday morning, things do change. But there's one more thing I want to mention. With the freezing mix, which is at least possible towards the middle of this week, you're going to find some slick spots. Some spots where the plows don't get anywhere, or where maybe some cars have been driving over the top of the asphalt, impacting the snow and the ice down, and then before you know it, you're sliding all over the place. So also sidewalks can sometimes get really slippery this time of the year, especially if the fog freezes and sticks to the roadway. Don't want to fall down and go boom. From the National Weather Service, here is your forecast. Again, not a lot to talk about. If you love Saturday and Sunday, you're going to love tomorrow and Tuesday, because we're going to do it all over again. Cloudy, foggy, high of 33, 24 for the overnight low. Tuesday, yeah, cloudy, foggy, high of about 30, low of about 26. It's like my brain, kind of cloudy and foggy, and the highs and lows aren't real big. Wednesday, we're going to have snow. Now, it's going to start snowing, I don't know, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., early Wednesday morning. And it's going to snow till about noon, but we're not going to get a big bunch of snow. It's going to be, enough snow to make things rather slippery, dippery on your Wednesday morning commute. You will certainly wake up on Wednesday morning with some snow coming down. And by the time this system comes through, not a big one, we're going to have a couple of inches of snow on the ground in the Wenatchee Valley. Those places in our viewing area that gets more snow are going to have more snow. But it's going to start melting on Thursday. As you can see, partly sunny and a high of 36. Kind of a quiet day Friday. And then a pair of weather fronts move in through the region over the weekend with snow in the upper elevations and rain in the lower elevations. So here in the Wenatchee Valley, the snow level's not going to get down to about 600 feet, 700 feet. That's us. That's not going to happen. It doesn't look like. We're going to have maybe some rain. Some places, like we just mentioned, Number One Canyon could get some snow on Friday and Saturday. But look at your afternoon highs in the lower 40s and the overnight lows above freezing. To the passes we go. No problems at all right now. On I-90, you're flying down the road. Well, you're driving down the road anyway. Don't be flying. It would be painful. Roadway is mostly bare and dry. No advisories, no restrictions. Stevens Pass still has a traction tire advisory, although I see a lot of asphalt. Right at the summit, you're going to find some snow and ice in places on US 2 Stevens Pass. A little foggy, very foggy as we look at Blewett Pass right now. With no advisories, no restrictions, with some frost and ice in places. So just the traction tire advisory right now on Stevens Pass. Now, there's a winter storm watch. It goes into effect late tomorrow night through late Wednesday night above 2,500 feet. So here's the deal. They're not going to have any snow at all really to talk about either today or most of the day on Tuesday. Tuesday night, here comes the snow for the Cascades. 3 to 5 inches Tuesday night, anywhere from 7 to a foot of snow on Wednesday. It's going to snow all day Wednesday in the Cascades, and then another 3 to 7 inches possible Wednesday night. You were forewarned. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.